Alright, we're gonna talk to that guy. Or girl. I feel like I've heard this song somewhere. The music playing. Damn, it's cold outside.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you, distracted. I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
What? I do.
You don't have to do anything.
I should, and I do, point at your hat.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too, if you plan on staying outside in this weather. Now that's all cleared up, I have some questions for you. Say the first one.
Yeah, well... Look man, fuck the hat.
She tries to think of something to say.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Just no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too, but she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
What's your name?
A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname? Sel Hugh. I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business. And your surname?
Why?
Why indeed, forget it.
Okay.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
She breathes on her freezing fingers. And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
The contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
How does that thing work? Where did you get the mic from? Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you. How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where did you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium.
What's the Elysium?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
She forgets herself for a moment.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person.
She looks over you, assessing your age. Hey!
Hey, didn't piss and fuck the world mention Van Eyck too?
I get down. Is it like a skull thing? I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hit beyond my years. Nor do I. But I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hostel room. Let's say that one.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. Never mind, let's talk about that contact mic instead.
Sure.
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
She scratches her forehead. Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
The girl is cold all of a sudden. Very cold.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden. The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high. She is on some kind of stimulant, amphetamine or methadone, and its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now, and fewer peaks.
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket. Whoa.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Now this is where a hat would come in handy. Give her your hat. Here, you need this more than I do. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is? Let's give her the hat.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place.
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
She pauses. The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
Sheesh. Empathy, the tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice with the drugs. Fair enough. At your age, or at any age, in this weather, waiting for it to get dark. Let's say it.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Oh, Let's keep saying.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It is not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
There. Nothing if you've got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Her teeth rattle. She takes a device from you and places it in her lap. I'll stick to it.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something about her. A weightiness. Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
You said eating me? There's nothing eating me. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah,
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles as a mean wind comes bellowing in. The 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
What is anodic dance music?
you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
Did you put the padlock on the church door?
No,
No.
not really, no.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Okay, now show her the sticker on your ledger. So, this isn't yours?
It's Noid's.
Wait, is this Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why did this Noid person put a padlock on the church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya.
She rattles her teeth.
Should you? Weirdos. Sounds bad somehow.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
She nods towards the sloping mass of wood on the coast, then shivers.
Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
I don't know where you got that idea.
Come on, man, don't mess around.
She hesitates.
But not too long. This is important to her. She has the courage to ask.
Maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
She points to the tent. Enough about the church, and I had another question.
Go ahead.
You said eating me. There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
She shakes her head slowly. I guess there's something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class. Sheckling the doers. I think it's all these foreign people taking our jobs. Jeez. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good. Policy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands. Sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable is all. Let's say that.
Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I told you, I'm highly distressed by this state of affairs.
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Perhaps.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had just the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
She appears to believe you. I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
She rubs her sides for warmth. Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise? Come to think of it, the whore could have written them to her lover.
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
Königstein wank? What is this?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for all the bullshit psych thing then. You know, I'm not sure this made things any better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, actually. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
She nods.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
Actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
She turns her attention back to the recording device. Alright, let's see how big this tent is.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
He points his thumb at the lieutenant. Okay.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. This is the menu music, right? It's crazy. This tent is huge. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Oh, wild, I want to see where the chowder used to be. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says something.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Don't shake it.
This is my posse, Noid.
This is my posse, Noid. He pauses with his hand still hanging in the air.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
These portraits are crazy. The tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably a Nordic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Hey, wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad. Next time, watch yourself. Was there something you wanted? Your friend Estelle said there was a problem with the church.
Ah, so you've met her. Good.
He nods.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There is concern in his voice.
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that. The word.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I don't know. I'm a bit of a dopehead myself. I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my own. Shake your head, Greg. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts?
They're spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me more. I'll make up my mind that I have questions for you first. The police have more important things to do right now, kid.
All right, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
With the sort of glee that's meant to imply you've already taken on the case.
Okay, Estelle told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key. How long have these people been locked in there?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
Only if he promises to look into the spookers in the church.
He looks at you gravely.
Officer, I apologise. Noid doesn't always understand the joy of giving for the sake of giving. I think it may have something to do with his childhood.
Damn it. Take it. Don't you just want to see what's in there?
You can't coerce me into taking this on. I don't need the key.
Well, if you ever decide to change your mind, then we're here. Just ask me about the door again.
He taps the wooden crate he's sitting on. How long have those people been locked in there? There's people inside?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
Oh my god. He shrugs. How can you be sure they haven't starved to death? This is cool. Taking initiative like this is proper citizen behavior, and I endorse it. Wow.
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Right, other questions?
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved. No.
Well, there's also the machinery.
He leans in for emphasis.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
The woman, red hair, maybe? A lorry woman?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
But not really. Brown hair. Old. Heavy, dark signs.
So which one is it?
What Noid said.
You have to see for yourself. These people are not reliable.
What was that about something watching you?
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means? Non-human means a predator.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Are you sure there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
I feel like it's the crypto people, the whatever they were called. The cryptoids or whatever those people they locked in there. Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
Cryptozoologist, I think. Jacked up to some snuff station?
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Whoa.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff.
He appears sincere enough, sire. You could, of course, be wrong.
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
So how can you be sure they're burnouts and Dolpheds if you haven't seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do? I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers.
He furrows his brow.
Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of eclecticities? Forgot how you say that. Own the church. Okay.
Ecclesiastic.
Ecclesiastic. Ecclesiastes. Okay. You mentioned some kind of Ecclesiastes own the church. Who are these Ecclesiastes? So it just means like church people? A Christian priest or official. Okay, church people.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Before we go on, what do you mean by Meteoran? Oh, the founding party? I do know them, but can you refresh my memory? Mask it. Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party? Let's say that.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the innocentic system, no?
now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club for Nordic music in one of their churches?
Totally.
There isn't a trace of doubt in his voice.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance!
He violently shakes the tape player as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore!
Unity!
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse!
This guy's obnoxious, man. He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the bass, as if testing the waters.
No words, enjoy the beat, nod your head. I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse? I guess love can be pretty hardcore. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Nordic music is about love, and so is Pericarnassian Church. No, this is too much. No sane organization would want this level of absurdity in their church. Let's nod my head.
Feels good.
I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can!
He's coming around. You're getting it.
What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man! Like you got your cup posse, you look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse!
And where is your posse, detective?
Sounds
Nothing
like...
comes to you. The world is silent.
My bad. It sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise. Let's see.
Are we?
He looks at you mysteriously.
Yeah!
I now understand it was lame of me.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand. Approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled too?
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Damn, my logic is so low. Leave.
You can always come ask for the...
Alright. Logic 1, and that's due to the shades. They both logic 1? Oh man. Hey. Where is logic? Should I just do it after?
Hi again. Have you changed your mind?
Whoa.
You changed your mind, right?
What is the check? 17? Oh my god. We're not doing it. It's GG. About the church door. I changed my mind about the key.
Brilliant. Noid, the key.
He claps his hands. The air in the tent feels lighter.
All right.
Whoa. I'm not prepared for this. Red check. The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key, and then makes a sudden, cool, infused move, tossing it in your general direction.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Bask in the glory.
The young man with ribcage-shaped suspenders looks at you, standing there, with a goofy grin on your face. The word august, used as an adjective. That's how cool it feels to be old and cool in the eyes of the young. Let's face it, you're near death, yet bathed in the golden rays of stately grandeur, like a late summer's day, like a daddy-o, like a tequila sunset.
No, none of this tequila sunset business. It's gotten me to death's door. There has to be more in this world. Damn right. I am tequila sunset. Arriba.
Of course you are. It's too late to be a tequila sunrise now.
Right,
There would
I have
be no
questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. As
Hey.
always, we'll be right here, waiting.
Shut up.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the speed freak's too large sweater in front of him. An open toolbox full of carpentry, tools, and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Let me put on my speed stuff. What would it be? To face in? Reaction speed. Don't know, composure maybe? My dude is looking crazy.
Huh? I see you're here again. Off sign, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
He rummages through his tools. Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Okay, it's a yellow circle. The human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy is dead.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
He likes what he's hearing. Was I right? Is the dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Okay, why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Okay, what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death, or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
He thinks.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
He could also be drugged out of his mind.
Or drunk, or in a clinical coma, or glad to be dead. But those versions suck.
I think we've exhausted the subject for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs alright now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
He examines the small metal bolt in his hand. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
The supernatural, so you think it's real? That it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Shut up.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Hey.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the whirling in rags hostel.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata, the place to be.
I am beginning to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case. You said that before. Why is this Yekokata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yekokata is a hardcore place. Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore.
Okay. Oh wait, says the young man with the tape flare and large boyadero boots. Long-shaped tree sprout on his silver belt buckle. Okay, so
Hardcore.
this is a puzzle.
Hardcore to the mega.
All right.
Here comes the night. We're close.
We're close, says the young man.
True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah.
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gotvaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it.
Yeah. Okay.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah.
Okay.
We're close.
We're close.
True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
2 on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
Yo, this is crazy.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore to the internally coherent.
Uh,
All car, all right, yeah.
what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is the part? What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
Oh my god.
We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore to the neck, internally coherent. All car, all right. Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah, request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible. We're close. True, hardcore to the mega, internally, all car.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Aha! I think I heard that when we chose hardcore to start. He lets out an agonized roar over the feverish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. No, but seriously, I'm a little worried. It isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
We're close.
We're close. True, hardcore to the map, internally, all
He furrows his brow.
hard. The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Jeez.
We're close. True, hardcore, internally, all car.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore! Ah!
That's so hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
We're almost
We're
at the end.
close.
Hopefully.
True, hard, full, hard, intern, all
He furrows.
hard.
Is it though?
Is it though? It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
Oh no. He tilts his head to the other side like an owl. I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah.
We're close.
It's going on forever.
Hardcore, intern, all
He furrows.
hard.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
What did I say? The question is, what is the question? He frowns, then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love.
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Really?
I think so.
That doesn't sound like a thing that would happen.
But that's what everybody saw. Explain it as you please. But it doesn't really do to just deny it ever happened.
Lungs are for love.
Good to know.
Yeah! Lungs are for... When Dolores Day was anointed
Oh
innocence.
yeah?
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
He suddenly yells and the world seems to stop.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good. Like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
Why are there lungs on your
Lungs are for
belt? So what do I say now? Why would lungs be for
When
love?
Dolores Day was anointed innocent, I
Really?
think so.
Thank you for the story.
Rhymes that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds. Lungs up, when Dolores... I think...
But that's what everybody saw.
Okay.
Explain it as you please. But it doesn't really do to just deny it ever happened.
Are you a fort reader?
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
What does that mean? You're a fort? Tell me something else. Okay.
Yeah!
Okay. Are you a fort
No
reader?
nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
So you're not a fort reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
Does that mean you're a fort reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking Revolution imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too.
So does that mean you're a fort reader?
Don't be a lunatic.
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking
Yeah, you're
Revolution
right.
Hardcore superstar!
Hey! Tell me something else.
Yeah!
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back? From being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It's only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it.
He nods in agreement.
But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot sink it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think if anything could make it harder core. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Let's say this one.
No! This is the answer!
Try to think of anything.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
He looks at you with customary amazement.
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
Feel the movement of blood through your head.
The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm. The inspiration behind mathematics. The hardcore.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. And I have a job to do instead of this absurd idiocy. Nothing.
Oh,
I can't help you with this right now.
yeah!
Sheesh. Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark-Cord Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Maybe your body can tell you what Arno Van Eyck jam is missing to make it harder core.
No, that would be silly.
Are you kidding
Your body
me?
isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles.
What physical
Discus.
instrument? Can I even put a point into that? Where is it? I could if I wanted to. Ding!
Lungs off, yeah!
You know
I
it's
can't
in
believe
your lungs
2
where
ones.
the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes the song really stick, so that you can't get it out of your head anymore. Point at your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know. I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Okay, I'll look into it. In an official capacity, it's up to the police to make the beats go harder. Alright, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. Citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that!
and the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway,
It feels cold.
Does it?
Shake it off. He looks around, looking for the code.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Yells Egghead. Hey, I have a tape with me. Maybe you can use it to improve Van Eyck's jam.
Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape! Yeah!
Oh god. I got you this banging Megamix. Give him the great Dorgana Megamix.
Alright!
He snatches the tape from your hand and attaches it to the empty reel slot. One hand on his headphones, he listens to the audio, then shaking his head, he says,
No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it positive! Keep the love in the house!
He hands the tape back to you. Okay, never mind.
Yeah!
Alright, goodbye, Egghead.
Alright! Here comes the night!
Woo! Those guys are too much. Yo, they do such a good job of personality stuff. That guy is way too much.